So welcome to our first Entrepreneur Summer School Mentor Webinar. That's a mouthful. We are really excited to have you guys here and really excited that you guys are all our mentors in the Entrepreneur Summer School. I personally have seen a lot of the programs, and this is, I think, my favorite. I know I'm being a little bit biased because I'm working, on the back end, but I actually am loving the amount of exciting mentors we have and the structure of it all. So I'm almost jealous, and I almost want to be a participant myself rather than the facilitator.
That's the only spot missing, Paulina. Facilitator, mentor, team. You just need to participate now.
Yes, let's see if I can make that all happen, because I've got, endless hours in the day. Did you guys not know that my days have like 40 hours a day? I don't have 24-hour days. No, but yes, absolutely. I think, thanks, Karen. When I actually have, Karen's happy to tell me a place. Always the GI, right? Always the GI. Love it. But anyway, I will kickstart. I will share with you guys a little bit about the program, about what we expect from like the mentors, and introduce the facilitators and give you a little bit of feedback. Then we're going to hear from Lisa, who's going to share a little bit about how to make the most out of building this and how to create one. And then we will jump in, and Sim will update us about an exciting competition we're running as well. So there's lots of different things happening, and I thought it'd be easiest if we all jump in on a call and we can share it live with you guys. So let me share my screen and we can go from here. Please let me know when you all can see this. Yep, can you see my brief? Perfect. So a little bit about Summer School. The Entrepreneur Summer School is a follow-on from the Crisis Leadership Academy. It's the better and more polished version of the Crisis Leadership Academy. So the benefits we have is that we've already done an online 4-week course. We've seen all the things that work and don't work, and now given like this epic selection of things where we think that our participants will absolutely love it. So it's a 4-week course starting on the 31st of August. We have 4 weeks of 4 different modules. And in each module, we have facilitators and mentors taking our participants through that step by step through that program so that they can achieve most results for their business. We will run, like we did with the Crisis Leadership Academy, we will run it in 3 different streams. The digital freelance, which is all about bringing in your first 10 customers and generating up to 10K. So it's designed, the freelance stream is designed for customers who have never, which might be like in a startup idea, or have just decided that they want to create themselves either a side hustle or a business, but haven't really gone out there to the market yet. The digital startup is creating more around businesses who already are in the market and already have the traction, but might be pivoting into a different area. So it might be a new product or new services that they are offering, but they are already up and running business. So our typical yellow level entrepreneur. And then we have the digital enterprise, where it's about creating promotions up to $100,000, again pivoting into maybe the online world or into a different product, but where the team is already established, the business already establishing, and has a really significant flow of cash coming in. Sim, feel free to jump in at any moment if I miss something or forget about something. Because yeah, I'm selling here something. Let's see if I got this right as the team member. So the way we are running this is, it's a 4-week process. The participants come from multiple different ways into a call with a genius igniter, like Kyron. We have Alberto, and we have one more, which is just slipping my mind. Sim, if you can help me, who was the third genius igniter?
We have a team.
We have a whole team. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So they have a conversation, and in the conversation, when they are talking about the next steps for our participants, they already establishing which stream does the customer belong into. and having a conversation with them to make sure that they know from day one where they're going and what the stream is. And then we're going into Agile Leadership Week. That's week number 1, which is basically writing our promotion plan, making sure that we've got all the key steps of a promotion plan ready. We are, this will be run by the facilitators, which I share shortly, but it basically means the promotion plan, or the basics outline of the promotion plan, will be built in the first week before they go into their individual modules around digital marketing, sales and services, and finances and systems throughout the next 3 weeks. The first week, and I'll share with you, I'll share this with you first. We have, so the Agile Leadership, the promotion plans will be run in the 3 streams. There will be facilitators running purely on freelance, on digital startup, and on enterprise, to make sure that we group our participants in the right, with the right bodies. And each facilitator will have 20 students they're going to take through this course. So we will be really encouraging from day one that those 20 people connect with each other. But further on, we're going to also separate them into groups of 4, which they're going to stay as groups of 4 throughout the whole program. So that's week 1. And then in week 2 to 4, we have 6 different modules, 6 different mentors going. Sim, do you want to share something?
I was just going to add to that. So as Paulina said, people will be coming in based on the stream, and they'll be allocated their facilitator, and the facilitator will stay with them on their whole journey. So this is a personalized learning journey. So everybody's doing an Agile Leadership module for week 1, which is getting their plan in place, and then they'll select which modules they'd like to do for weeks 2, 3, and 4. But the facilitator will be connecting with their group every week in small feedback sessions, even though they'll be with a different mentor for the last 2, 3 weeks. I just wanted to add that in.
Perfect. So the way we see it working is we are one big class of students, and then each student chooses their modules, so the individual little classes they go to every week to learn whatever they want to learn, right? So that might be one of us will go every week they only have 1 module to pick, so they don't do all 6 modules in one go. They do 1 module per week, which they focus on live. Later on, every student will get every single module as a recording, which then means that they can tick off every single one of them. But while we're going live, they only focus on 1.
So your groups of 4, is that there would be 4 in a module, or?
The groups of 4 are for facilitators. So I will share a little bit more information on this in just a second. So to show you exactly how it works. So week 1, this is what it looks like. We have sessions Monday, Wednesday, Friday, even though that might slightly change because Roger is going to join us on Monday now. So we might need to adjust this. But basically, we will be running through 3 sessions as facilitators, helping them build their promotion plan. On every Tuesday of each week, the facilitators will take their groups of 4 through a feedback session, so where the facilitators will work with the groups, like individually with those 4 people in each group, on their promotion plans, which means every week, even week 2, 3, and 4, as they go through your guys' individual modules, the facilitators will be there to support them and help them to go and figure out where does it sit in your promotion plan, why are you working it, how does it attach to your milestones. So we will be working on this as we go. In the first week, if we are encouraging all our participants to select the modules prior to the sessions, but if they join the course on the Monday the 31st and they haven't selected their modules, on that Tuesday, our facilitators will go through with their groups of 4 and make sure that the selection happens. So at the latest, on the 1st of September, we should have everyone's selection, and we then know for each individual module how many participants we will be having. So here are our 4 facilitators. We will have more depending on numbers, but the confirmed facilitators. So we have Terry, our beautiful star. I think every one of us knows Terry. She's been in this community for years. We have Laura. She lives in the UK and she is a recruiter. She's also been a facilitator for the CLA, so she knows our program really well. We have Karen, who is here on the call. I think everyone knows Karen. Karen, I'm pretty sure everyone knows Karen. If you haven't met, Lisa says no. If you haven't met Karen, you've been in the community for, I don't know, as long as I've been living, right? Something close to it, for 7 years, 7, 8 years. And he has been through multiple programs. He is also Crystal Circle member, so he's been running promotion plans for years. He knows what he's doing, and yeah, he has been a valuable team member since I was born. I'm a little bit older than 8 years though. And then obviously myself, if you don't know me, so yes, I will be a mentor, facilitator and team, but I have been an ILEP facilitator for 3 years now. So again, worked on this in this team and with that framework for quite some time. And then the exciting bit is about what will you be doing as mentors. So in the Entrepreneur Summer School, this is what we envision for our week 2 till 4 individual modules. Every mentor will have a session on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays to present your content. And every day we ask our mentors to give the participants an assignment. Now, that doesn't need to be a massive go out there and do 6 hours worth of work. Like we talked to Kathleen, who does remote work. She goes and says one big thing for her is to say, build a profile, and she might be doing 3 different steps in the profile and ask to submit the same link as they do the work, so that we can so that she knows that they've been working on it and actually doing those links. In my one, there will be 3 different things they need to create, and they need to just submit documents, so PDF documents. So really it's about making sure that our participants are engaged, that they are doing the work as they're going through the school, so that they don't just learn the theory, but actually implementing and creating and building. And then on Thursdays, we have a live Q&A, which is basically you guys with the participants, they can ask you any questions they might have around the program and about the things they are working. And throughout the week, our teams, so our community managers and you as the mentors will need to keep an eye out on who is doing really well, who's doing the homework, because we want to highlight every Friday in that group, in that module, 2 or 3 participants who are doing extremely well. It's a little bit, if you have done CLA, it's a little bit like a live mentoring session. So you might have all seen me do Laura's. So basically, Laura presented on her promotion plan, and as we were going through the promotion plan, I was giving her one-on-one feedback, which was relevant to everyone else, just to use a live working progress to highlight to everyone else what the pitfalls are, or what tricks you might have, or what feedback you can give to improve for everyone. That was something which in CLA was really perceived extremely well, and everyone loved those sessions because they could all take away for their own work what might or might not happen. I see you guys are doing all the chat. I can't see the chat while I'm presenting, so I'll come back to the questions, or if you want, feel free to unmute yourself. But I might just stop here for a second and ask you guys, do you guys have any questions particularly on the modules before we continue about the summary of the whole program? If you do, you can unmute yourself. How will we know our time for our sessions? Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. So I will be working with you guys. We're going to make sure that the sessions work for you guys and for the participants. Obviously, we want to make sure that as many people can join the sessions live as possible. But we also realize we are in like 15 different time zones. So it's not going to be possible for everyone. So we will be creating a session where, like, what we are hoping is that as we see the participants coming in, and we already have over, I think, 60 participants in who are joining Entrepreneur Summer School, we as Andre, Jacob Bertheria, and I will identify where the individual people are from, and then I'll be reaching out over the next couple of weeks and make sure that we book in a time that suits you guys. Okay, so that's.
And then are we talking a 90-minute or a 90-minute call? Are we scheduling that long?
We say 60 to 90 minutes. So it all depends on how you present your micro degree. So my example of using myself is I do a little bit of a mastermind. So it's not just I'm talking at you. I'm going to give him, like, in between, say, hey, I'll give you 5 minutes, write this down. Let's have a conversation about it before I move on. So we say that the sessions are between 60 and 90 minutes.
Okay, just
cool. Yes, so Michelle, perfect. Because we will have, Michelle's asked how are the facilitators going to do their one-on-one call, or the groups of 4 calls while everything else is happening. We are working those calls around the module times. So once I have every one of you guys' times, we as the facilitators, we are going to have set permanent times which slot around you. So you as
right, it wasn't so much about the times. I meant, like, how are you going to do that? Like, if you've got students going through you have got students going through 6 different micro schools, how are the facilitators actually going to deliver value when they're all going through different micro schools?
So the feedback sessions are directly on the promotion plans.
Right.
So, meaning, so if they go in and say, for example, they have LinkedIn and they are talking about it, we would talk to them about, like, social proofing and where does it sit in the promotion plan and why is the session they are doing really important for them. Yeah, we will not be providing feedback on your guys' mentoring. But we will be providing feedback on where it sits in the promotion plan and why they are working on it. Cool.
I just wanted to jump in about the levels. So as we said, people are coming in and being put into streams, and that's really for their first module. We have segmented the other modules, the 18 modules from week 2, 3, and 4 into those business levels as well. But the participants have the option to select whichever model they want. So if they're in startup stream, they can still select to do, like, the cash flow module, which is targeted towards a red level entrepreneur. So as mentors, it is segmented in that level for you to design your content around that level of business, but there may be some people in different levels that still need that area and want to take on that module for themselves and their business. Does that answer your question, Deb?
Yeah, sort of. It's kind of totally not my target market. So I was just wondering if I was like what I'm supposed to yeah. That was just in my head, was like, if I'm having infrareds, it's a totally different conversation to what I have with people like Roger on his stuff. So I'm just going, little brain fart going on here now. But that's okay. I can still deliver cash flow. It's just like when you pitch it at a certain level, it's like how do you pitch it so that people from different, who might be green level or yellow level or red level.
So what will happen is we as facilitators will obviously try to direct our participants to the modules which are right for them. You as mentors will receive a summary of who is in your module prior. So you will receive here the names, this is their impact level, this is their wealth dynamics profile, this is all the information you require from them and what we have before you go into your module, so that you can prepare exactly that. And like your particular one, Deb, Libra is actually a good one because a lot of yellow entrepreneurs actually need personal cash flow done because they don't know how to do it, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we have actually quite a few of our yellow level startups in your session. just because
Yeah.
that is one of our weak points, right? As Blaze and Dynamo Energy, I wouldn't know anything about it, but so everyone keeps telling me. So yes, you will definitely have that information beforehand, that as you're preparing, you can do, because especially in week 4, you are a little bit like, because we will already by week 1 know who is going to be in your module. You have some time to tweak your presentation based on who is joining you in your module.
Thanks. It wasn't so much, I mean, obviously I just delivered to the Young Entrepreneur Academy, who are all kind of startups. So it's not so much that, it's just like, I want to pitch it at the right level. So I was more curious as to who was going to be in it, to see how I pitch it, like what level I pitch it at. Looks like more cake coming up.
You can use your cupcakes, Deborah. That'll work.
More cake.
The other thing as well to notice, and you asked this question, Deborah, what about live Q&As over multiple time zones? That is a really good question. I've spoken to a few of you guys, and some of the mentors just allocated 2 time slots for potentially 2 Q&As. Obviously, we're going to try for 1. But sometimes it depends really where the most participants are coming from. And I can't really give you the answer until I know a little bit more about who is in there, right? So over the next couple of weeks, I hope to give you an answer. But if you are mapping out that as that week, and I know Michelle already has, of when she slotted in, then yeah, a couple of you guys gone and said, I'm happy to do 2 Q&As so that I can cover both time zones, right? All right. We better hurry up, otherwise we'll be here forever.
Sorry, is there a limit to the number of people to a module?
We want to, well, in the ideal world, there will be 20 in each module. In the real world, it'll look a little bit different, because we can't really, well, as the facilitators, we will be trying to direct them to the right modules, but we will not be able to stop them if they want a different one to go through it live. But yes, ideally, in the ideal world, there will be about 20, 25 people in each module. All right, so we are going here. So just a brief one, we just recap. 31st of August till the 25th of September is when it runs. There will be 3 live training session, 1 feedback session of a small group, 1 Q&A and 1 presentation. In the end, we will do a graduation call that we are still discussing with Roger of how this is going to look like. So we haven't got, but that's like week 5, so afterwards. Our participants get lots of different things. So they get the 4 weeks, they get full mentor status on Genius U, the gem for 12 months. They get the whole summary of every single module from the Entrepreneur Summer School. They get a personalized strategy call in week 3 or 4 with a Genius Igniter to talk about their next steps. They get obviously things like the Wealth Dynamics tokens and the impact tests vouchers, and then they get a voucher for $2,000 if they want to continue with the next steps with the next program. So which will be identified in that strategy session as well. We have talked about all this information. So I will be sharing this deck with you guys so you can refer back to it. There's lots of information I've already just spoken to you about, but basically what we like you to do is build a circle on Genius U, which is named after your module. We have in here as well a survey you need to create with giving us the details to the circle, because other information of yourself and your module, because we will be building a welcome page for you on the circle. The whole point of building the circle in the micro degree for yourself is so that you can use this as a lead magnet going forward. So you have already a built micro degree with reviews, with participants who've been through it, and then you can go out there after the Entrepreneur Summer School and use this product you've just created as a lead generator for yourself. Then we have Sim, would you like to talk a little bit to this mentor package? Or are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You can't see me. No, unless anybody's got any questions, I think this was all in the communication leading up to coming on as a mentor. So I think anybody got any questions on that? We could just go through the content. I did post in the group, in the chat, the welcome page, because we're going through to give you an overview, but there's also some action steps to take from today's call. So we want to be taking some action each week. So by the time your module comes around, you're ready to deliver. So Paulina mentioned about creating a circle and your welcome page, and further along there's a link for you to fill in a form. Here it is here, which will give us all the information that needs to be on your welcome page. So we'll be building that for you. So basically, if you haven't already been invited into the Entrepreneur Summer School Circle, the community managers will invite you in. That's where we're putting everybody in when they first sign up. So we've got people coming in daily now. So as Paulina said, we've got about 60 people on board already, plus our 20 odd faculty. So we'll be putting everybody into that summer school circle, and we have a welcome page on there which helps the participants take the next steps as well. So that's like the go-to how-to guide, what's included in their program, what their next steps are. So you can have a look at that. But yeah, the two actions so far would be to get your circle set up and your welcome page. So we have got time to build that because it takes our team a couple of days to turn that around. And the sooner we can get that from everybody, the sooner we can build it, and then we can start having some activity in your circle as well.
Perfect. So I have, yes, so and like I said, I will be sharing these slides with you guys so you can access them afterwards. But basically in here you have the link to the welcome page information survey. So it asks a whole heap of questions, right? The reason we need you to build the circle is because we want we want you to own it afterwards, right? So it needs to be under your Genius U account with your school, with your business attached to it, because it's not something we can shift afterwards. So it gives you a whole heap of information we require from you, like your Genius U company link, your Genius U profile link. We ask you for what's the name of the module, the program inclusions. So in those 3 weeks, it's basically in this 3 sessions, sorry, what does it include? Expected programs, outcomes. So think about it as if this is your landing page later on, if this is your landing page and people come to you and they've landed on your micro degree and into your circle, what questions and what answers do they might seek from the welcome page, right? So expected program outcomes. I've asked here, what is your guys' ideal delivery time for the content, so that we can start mapping out what is the best time to deliver to our students. Any questions you might want to ask the participants as they come in, because we can link that into a form for them to do. Possible frequently asked questions about your program. So think about your outcomes and what questions your customers might have of that program. We will add this all into that into the welcome page. And then in the bottom here, it's the last question is, can you please add us or give us a Google Drive folder with your bio, your profile picture, a short welcome video. So the welcome video is to just say, hey, welcome to the, LinkedIn mastermind, right? This is what you can expect. I'm really excited. I'm your mentor for this 5-day course. Really looking forward to connecting with you within the circle. So it's just a short introduction, a profile picture and your logo. and all the other information, just so that you can we can build that welcome page for you from that survey. So if we can ask you guys to have a look at it during this week and provide us with information. It says the 7th of August, but like by the end of week, so that on Monday we can provide our team with this, so you can appreciate building 18 welcome pages. Might take a little bit. So if you have any questions around this, feel free to reach out to either Andre and Rhea and Jacobeth or myself. It's community@geniusu.com or directly to me, and we will be wanting to help and support you guys with this.
Can I just jump in? I've just posted the link to the survey, but Paulina's going to share these slides with you as well, so you can go back and refer to them, and all the links are in there. So Michelle just had a question on, obviously they get the welcome page. Does that answer your question on the sales page as well, Michelle, or is that something
No, separate question. And by the way, that's the link to the welcome page, not the link to the survey. I'm looking for the actual.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's awesome that all the mentors are going to have a welcome page for their micro school, because it's really important that people know like what they're going to go through, and you know what the outcome's going to be and how to reach out to you, and it will create a community. I think every mentor also should have a sales page, because although we're filling this micro school for each of you, we want it to be a really attractive product on Genius U that you can go sell yourself. And that's been the whole point of the 15K challenge, is that you go out and get another 10 people. So I think if we could offer that as well, where if we, and that, I think that form you've pulled together is great, Simone, in terms of like the structure. And we've got plenty of good examples of sales pages in Genius U, because they effectively get attached like a page to the product circle in that way.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. So so the sales page you're referring to is on Genius U that attaches to their product.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And
is that in
if we had a form like this, so that all of the micro schools follow the same format that are faculty, we could also offer this out then to, frankly, to other mentors who want to build a summer school but aren't faculty, and then they could pay our team to build it. So we could offer that as an actual product on Genius U, because I think most people will go, I don't even know how to build the landing page, I don't know how to, but the fact you've put it all together and made it super easy, I think other people will. But I'd love each faculty member to have a spot where they can sell their micro school outside of the Entrepreneur Summer School.
Yeah, definitely. Okay,
great.
And Paulina, we need to give everyone permission to that form.
Yes, Andrew will do this shortly, I'm sure. I'm not sure if Andrew is having a smile and a laugh. It's like, yes, that's why I said. So yes, we will make sure that you will all have access to that survey as well, so that we can actually complete it. Totally. All right, and now before we add the exact next steps, we have Lisa with us, and Lisa, I will share these slides again. But Lisa is an incredible faculty member, and we are very, very lucky that she has decided to come on board as a mentor and support not only the participants, but also to give us some additional value. So Lisa, over to you, and let me know when you want me to change the slides.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I'm super excited to be assisting in any way I can with you putting your micro degrees up. I've had a lot of experience with accelerated learning, not only learning it myself, but also 20 years of facilitating workshops, including it. So I'm happy to help you. You can go ahead and change the slide, Simone. Paulina. And I just want to give you a few tips as we get started today. You know, we're already talking about who you're working with and what result and outcome you're promising. That is absolutely the very first thing that you need to really tune into, is what is it they're going to have at the end of the time of your micro school? What are they going to really have as a result? And then just a simple way to do it is to work backwards with sticky notes or a Jamboard or a mind map or scribbling on a scrap piece of paper, which I often do. You're just really reverse engineering those high level steps needed to achieve the outcome. And yeah, Michelle's already booked a one-to-one and we got started. So it's so easy to like choose one of those levels for a little bit of support. So once you get this framework, the result and who it is that you're targeting, and then get the high level modules, you're going to start like naming what those modules are. And the more you can name what those modules are with what the result is for that module, the easier it is going to be writing your copy for whatever you're going to be, what your outcome is going to be. So that's a really nice formula. And then those, if you start taking those modules and then you like bullet point, again, results oriented outcomes for those modules, that's going to help you a lot too. That's going to inform the design of the module and give you copy. And then you start fleshing out each module, applying skill development engaging exercises that accelerate your learning results. I'm actually doing a call later today for 15K. I don't know if everybody's part of that too. I'm going to be doing a module where I'm going to be introducing some more of these concepts and going a little bit deeper into the kinds of things you can be doing, what accelerated learning does, and give you a deeper dive into it. And you can go ahead and change the slide, Paulina. But I've got 3 super affordable help possibilities. One is just a half-hour session with me. They're all in Trusted Buyers Club. Then there's that deeper one-to-one work where I can really help you lay it out. But if you want to know how to use accelerated learning in a big way, this Micro School Design and Build DIY is a perfect program. It's already started. There's 3 modules that are pre-recorded already up in the circle. The thing about this is we go much deeper than we can go in 1 week because it's a 3-week program. And I'm really sharing with you how to apply accelerated learning also when we can go back in person. So you get a lot of details about how to use it online, but also how to use it in a live person-to-person event. So lots of great ways to support you. Okay, I think that's go to the next one, Paulina. So what you've got in terms of accelerated learning, and again, this is what we'll go a little bit deeper into today, is it's a cycle of learning that your participants really get to experience, learning how to, and accelerated, and I want to just back up a second and say accelerated doesn't just mean fast. It means integrated, really able to apply something. And that's where it makes a huge difference in the results that your participants get. So there's a big difference between just transmitting information, just starting and giving people something, as opposed to really providing a transformational experience for people to have. That's what accelerated learning can really help you do from the beginning, at starting and going all the way through the accelerated learning cycle, from the learner preparation phase, really connecting deeply to the content, starting with a creative presentation, moving into activations for everything that you want them to be able to do effectively, and ending with an integration phase. And this works for your whole program and for every single module. You can apply it for that. So love to have you join me in any of these. And if I can help you in any way, I'm here to support you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lisa. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Michelle, for sending all the links in. So if you guys have any questions, I do think that it's definitely worthwhile having a little bit of a think and reaching out to Lisa if you what it's going to look like, because you want to build that circle. And it's almost like what we're doing here is what we are preaching and teaching all the time. It's like we are filling it for you, build it as you go, right? So let's make sure that we build it right and get the right tools in so that we can use it long term. All right, Simone, you wanted to share so thank you, Lisa. You wanted to share with us about the competition.
Yes, I did. We have a very exciting competition launching tomorrow, actually. So just as we've already mentioned, we've already got over 60 people booked in, and we do have more places we know we're going to fill just from existing partners. But we are going to go out tomorrow with a competition for people to win a fully funded spot at the summer school. And we've got about 100, 120 places that we want to fill in total. So we're getting close to maxing that out. But I wanted to invite you as mentors and part of our faculty to partner with us to also promote the summer school competition. It's easy to do, and I've made everything accessible to you, so there's not a lot of energy or thought. I've got email copy, banners, marketing materials. So I'll just quickly run through how it works and what it is. Next slide, please, Paulina. So as I said, the first prize is getting a fully funded place at the summer school, but there's also quite a few other bonuses. So we've got 5 of our faculty. I don't know if any, Paulina's one, Deb's one, I think, that are going to give the winner a one-to-one strategy call as well in their area of expertise. So they do get special support as well, the ones that come in the winner. If we just go back up, sorry, it's opening tomorrow, as I said, and we're closing it the following Wednesday on the 12th. So it's open for 1 week. So basically people can apply during that 1 week, and we'll be announcing the winner on the Friday, the 14th of August. So just over a week away. So we do have that one first prize winner, and then we've got 15 runner-up prizes. So basically the runners-up get a voucher worth $6,000 off the value of the prize. So they've got the summer school, they've got GEM. There's also $10,000 worth of prizes up for grabs for people participating in the summer school. So basically, there'll be first, second and third prizes for the participants, but also just letting you in on a little secret, we've also got prizes for faculty as well. So we're really looking at you guys, you know, you know, the engagement in your modules, the reviews that you might get, the feedback that you might get. So we'll be looking at tracking that as well and working with you on that to really make sure. So your module is standing out and you've got the traction, and as you build that, you can then on-sell it for future to other clients. So yeah, the 15 runner-up prizes include a voucher. So they basically get a price of $9.95 to attend the summer school, which is pretty awesome. There's so much value packed in on that. So what's the next slide there, Paulina? Please. Thanks. Yep, I think we've gone through that. And the next one's just basically how do they enter? So they just go on our landing page, and they need to fill in a form and let us know why they would like to win the micro school and how it would impact their business, especially at this time. So next slide. I think, Pauline, Deb, did you ask for a landing page?
Yes. The competition
Yes.
landing page, that's what we're looking for?
Yeah, I'll definitely share that out.
It's going live tomorrow. So the good thing is, what I'm going to do is follow up tomorrow with all the information for you guys to be able to share. So there's a way for you to get your own affiliate link, so we can track all your applications and therefore any and all the sales that come in from that. And there's also a referral commission of any sales as well. So we would love for you to promote with us and aim for 25 applications. And we will provide, as I said, if you go to the next slide, Paulina, there's the resources slide. So once you get these slides, you can click on Partner Kit is a Google Doc that has email copy on it and just a summary of the awards, and the marketing assets is a box folder with banners and things that you can use for posting on social media. Obviously, if you're a digital marketer, then you've got different platforms like Niraj, I think would be do well to go into LinkedIn. So wherever your audience is, whether it's an email or social media, where you are the best you connect with your network, that's the platform that you can use. Any questions on that? Do we have a competition for the competition? Yes. Yes, actually we do. And we have runner-up and first prize for our partners. And I don't have it in front of me, but we have prizes for sure. And we're tracking applicants, tracking sales, and there'll be prizes given to our partners for that.
We need to know what the prizes are because Deborah's throwing down the gauntlet at me.
Yeah,
I just want Chardonnay. None of your Prosecco stuffs, Michelle.
I don't want Chardonnay.
I'll let you know what the prizes are.
And Deborah, what's the number you're actually going for? Like, tell me, like what do I just need to do in my sleep?
Well, I've got one on you guys because I've already scheduled all my social media posts to go out. So, you know, I'm
scheduling your social media and getting 100 applicants.
So she's partner, team, faculty, and
just not a participant.
Yep.
I'm literally
a participant. You would know that social media is not the best way to do it, you see. So you should definitely go through Suraj's digital marketing training program.
I will ask him because I'm also part of his team, so I'm sure he'll give me some.
She is too.
And I'm actually paying Suraj and Paulina to deliver my digital marketing. So if they make mine suck worse than theirs, they're in fact in trouble.
That's right. You can fire them right there on those grounds, Deborah, for
Michelle,
sure.
I think you might not be able to, you know, win it in a sleep. We're giving you some run for your money. All right. So, perfect. Did you want to add anything else, Simone?
Not on that side. I do have a couple of other things just on next week.
Oh yeah.
But we can go through the rest of these slides first.
Okay. So all I just wanted to share is obviously all these faces. So Simone is our project leader. She is the one who makes the magic happen. I'm supporting you guys from a journey and experience perspective. So if you have any questions around or what the school is about, or how I need any support around the building the micro degree and building the circle, feel free to reach out to me or our community managers. So 2 out of the 3 are here. So ladies, wave, Andrew. Ladies, if you can wave, perfect. Then our GI team, so we have Karen, James, and Alberto. If you guys, especially for this competition, if you guys don't feel comfortable to make sales yourself and you don't want to do this, like me as the trader, go in and jump onto Karen or Alberto or James. They will be gladly making the sales for you, right? Yes, Karen. And then obviously our facilitators, which I've already introduced. And then last slide is just giving you a little bit of an update of what's going to happen. So as Sim mentioned, we want to use the next 4 weeks really to utilize this time to build that micro degree so that we're not doing everything last minute. Hence, I love how there's like chat going on here. Oh, we have a new GI, awesome.
Yeah, Claire, and she's a winner.
Nice. So mentor meetings, we are aiming to provide a mentor meeting every Wednesday. We want to help you guys to create engaging content, help you to build a circle in the structure of your micro degree. So by the end, when we kickstart on the 31st of August, we want everyone to have the structure and the bones of a micro degree mapped out so that all we need to do is drop in the videos as we record them. And we want to help you to map out your customer journey so that you know how you can utilize this tool and the lead magnet later on to generate income. I will be sending out invitations to those, so you will get a Zoom registration link for each webinar, so I'd love to have you there. And here you can click in on our WhatsApp group. There is a reason why I haven't invited all of you guys, has something to do with privacy laws, but I encourage you guys to all join this WhatsApp group. That's our mentors group where we're going to share lots of nuggets, and if you guys have any questions, that's the fastest and easiest way to get hold of the team and us to answer any questions you guys might have, which might be relevant to everyone. So we will go ahead and share those slides with you just after this call to make sure that you have access to all this information, but just be aware that you aren't alone. There is a whole team behind you guys, and we want to make it not only successful for our Entrepreneur Summer School participants, but also creating a successful module and a successful micro degree for you guys so that you can go ahead and do magic afterwards. And apparently, you know, have a highly polished sales page. Not that I'm sure yet how this is going to happen, but I've got a little bit of time to make it, to pick Michelle's brain of what she actually wants us to create.
Yeah,
Kim.
on that note, so I wanted to just give you an update or a brief of what we're going to do next week on the training. So we've had Lisa here who's experienced in content creation and accelerated learning. So reach out to her if you want some support on that side. Next week, I don't know if we've booked her yet, but I'm going to say it anyway. We're going to have Kathleen on the call. So she's going to show us around Genius U. So as you know, you've got those actions this week. Create your circle, send in your content for the welcome page. Next week, we want to start on the actual high-level creation of your micro school on Genius U. So we've got that done well in advance. You don't need all the content and all the detail, but Kathleen's going to go through with us how to do that on Genius U. And there's been quite a few updates on Genius U, so it's actually looking really great and some more features in there. So we've got a special page now on curriculum and featured micro schools. So you can actually set your micro school up and have it featured on Genius U with a start date without having all the content done. So Kathleen's going to jump on and share with us how to get that all done. And so we can have that in time to.
Sim, I'm laughing because there was a reason I didn't put dates to the individual topics because we didn't confirm Kathleen, but we'll better make Kathleen happen for next Wednesday then.
Totes.
Perfect. Have you guys got any questions? Anything we can help you with before next week while we're here live on this call? Lisa.
Well, one of the things that kind of got didn't get talked about was the thing that we need to create about the 10 tips, I think it was called. And I think we need to get started thinking about that. So maybe you could talk about that a little bit, Simone or Paulina.
Yeah, so that's your 10 tips or e-guide or some sort of information that we can share that will also be a sales tool for you afterwards. So we are going to be using that to bring awareness, and we can obviously use it through the competition as well. But that's just sort of a little lead generator. We do have some templates for that. So I will share those with you all after this call. So we have run a webinar with Niraj last week on LinkedIn, and he created, so we had a similar process. There's a form to fill in, we create the landing page, and we have a whole email campaign that goes with it. But part of that, he created his 10 steps or fact sheet that we like to call it. So let me follow up with those templates, and we can both use those obviously for summer school, but it'll have something for you to use post summer school as well.
And I think originally when we talked about the e-guide, and even like, so is that it's twofold. One, so you've got your lead magnet ready to go to invite people and say, hey, download my e-guide, take my 10 tips on, and then go and join my micro school. But also we want to go out there to the participants who have already joined and say, hey, think about doing your modules. Which modules would you like to do? Here are the 10 tips on this, and here are the 10 tips of it. So it's like a little bit of a sales pitch to make sure that we fill your micro school with participants from the Entrepreneur Summer School.
And when are we looking at those being ready?
Good question. Yesterday, isn't everything in Genius U yesterday?
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. I would say probably if we have them ready by the end of next week, then we have a good solid 2 weeks to hand them to all the participants and share them in our different Facebook groups and things like that, so that people can connect and download those. If you already have something, because I know some of us are already have lead magnets, then if you can share them earlier, great. But yeah, end of next week would be awesome. Perfect. All right. And Sim will share those templates with you today, because so that we know how to do that.
Yes, I
And
will.
just the exciting thing for me is that I'm a mentor too, so I'm building it as you guys are building it. So this is going to be fun for all of us. So as you're asking me questions, it's going to be great. The more questions you ask me, the easier it will be for me to build it.
So
Perfect.
I think I'm missing something. Sometimes you're saying micro degree and other times you're saying micro school. Are you using those interchangeably, or are you meaning two different things?
No, it's one and the same. Well, we are going to build a micro degree, but it is when we are.
They are separate things.
They are two separate things.
Module is
Yeah.
the module
micro
would be a
degree.
micro degree.
A micro degree is something that people can go and watch later. It's a recording. A micro school is something that is very high touch, high tech, where people come through and experience together at the same time, live with the facilitator. So your micro school can become a micro degree later, but a micro school is set up, it's 1 week or it's 4 weeks. So the reason we've set it up in Genius U as a separate name is that people get used to the idea that you come through a micro school. It's like a mini curriculum.
Okay, so
Be a higher
it can
price
be
point
the
as
same
well.
product. It's just that the micro degree is do it by yourself and the micro school is do it with me.
Correct.
More or
Yes.
less. Yes.
Okay.
Do it yourself or do it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's the same.
Micro school is a mini curriculum in its own right, whereas a micro degree tends to be like, here's a how-to something. So micro degrees are great for free and low price. Micro school and certification are great for higher priced.
Right.
Michelle, you asked what is my micro school?
Yeah, you said you were building one at the same time as everyone else.
Yes, so yeah, I'm going to work on community building and customer pathways, so our participants can map out the customer pathways.
Nice.
And I
All
think
right, thanks,
Deb's
everyone.
delivering too. Okay, thanks for
everyone.
joining, Michelle. See ya.
Thank you, Michelle.
Deb's doing, oh yeah, I've got to come back to you on that, Deb. That's right. Haven't had a chat to Roger yet. But I think in my mind, it's a done deal, but I'll let you know.
And this is where I'm hearing about it. So you want me to do cash flow design and build, and I'm guessing pitch decks.
You
Okay.
offered. You offered.
I did offer. That's I feel right. So it's gonna be fun.
So you're doing two module in one go.
Then we're going to add both of my competition results together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So we all have to work a little bit harder. Deborah, I think she's got it in a bag. Guys, come on, we can challenge her for that.
Bag at all. I just hope they put Chardonnay, not Prosecco. That's all.
She didn't hear that till Michelle left either.
It's like I thought I was being busy with facilitator, mentor, and everything else, but apparently you are taking the icing on the cake and doing two modules at the same time.
Well, icing on the cake will be one, but I'm going to do alcohol for the second one. That's just a no-brainer. I've got to win now. Cake and alcohol.
Awesome.
Nailed it.
Well,
all right, our job is done.
Thank you so much, guys. We will see you next week. I will be in touch via email, and I can't wait to connect with you guys again.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Have an awesome week.
Great. Thanks so much.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.